Hello and welcome to episode 4, or welcome back to episode 4 of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, the podcast. Today is a very special day. If you are watching the video version, you already know. But today is our Halloween episode, and today is the first ever episode with a guest. Here with you, I have my dad, Joe.
Hello. I am honored to be your first guest. Thank you for having me. But am I really Joe, or who am I today?
And yeah, what I was gonna say, I'm Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. If you're not watching the video version, you should, because I look really cute.
Yes, cute
And
outfit.
who are you?
I am Rob Grant.
Famous Nepo Daddy.
Famous Nepo Daddy, of course, of Lana Del Rey. I've got the badge, all access pass, the patented shirt, the sunglasses.
Robster.
The Robster, the original Nepo Daddy.
Love it.
Which is not a bad thing. I think it's pretty cool. He embraces it. I'm all for it.
Love it. But yes, we are here. I can't believe we're already on episode 4. Already on episode 4 of the pod.
Episode 4? Wow.
Yeah, episode 4 of the pod. Tomorrow is Halloween, so I thought today we would dress up for you guys in some little Halloween costumes to make it more fun. But anyways, welcome back. Today, the topic of the podcast is, just some advice. I'm here with my dad, Joe. Some of you guys may know him. You may have originally started standing him when you saw him do the real dance with me back in February of 2022.
Classic dance moves right here.
He's a big Lily Kincade fan. And today's podcast, we're going to go over some fatherly advice with my dad, Joe. Okay. So this is really exciting. And if you are new to the podcast, make sure to follow so that way you never miss an episode. And of course, go back after this episode and listen to the other ones, because there's some good advice. I give pretty good advice.
You give very good advice. I'm very impressed. I've watched him and I am really impressed.
He stands
That's just not me as a dad. That's just me as a person.
Period. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I thought we could go over some advice, because I know I want to hear some advice, but there's a lot of people out there that just want some advice,
right.
And some fatherly advice with Joe, who they've called like our father.
Our father
of Kincadia. He's the father of Kincadia.
I like that. I'll embrace
in the town hall,
and I'll embrace all Kincadians.
In the town hall, and Molly and Teddy are the mascots.
Oh, Molly. Oh, so cute.
Anyways, yeah. So he wrote down some points.
Okay,
and,
some points.
Oh, wait, we have to start the episode with a quote. I forgot. Okay. Oh. Every episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, we start with a little quote that kind of is on theme with it. And I asked Joe to pick out some of his favorite quotes. And he couldn't pick just one. He picked 3. So he's going to read you 3 quotes now.
I'm going to do 3 quotes because they're all kind of similar theme. My whole theme, and a lot of what my advice in general about is, in the way I like to live my life, and I think it's important, is just overall just being a good person. I think if you can be a good person, it kind of goes into all aspects of your life, everything that you do.
Yeah.
And so, that being said, quotes. Quote number 1, never stop being a good person because of bad people.
I love that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Never let those little haters ruin your vibe.
That maybe I should change the quote. Never stop being a good person because of the haters.
The haters are actually good, because when you have haters, that's a good thing. The haters are taking time out of their day and their energy to support you. Right. So it is a good thing. Okay. I love that quote.
Let's go with quote number 2. Be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody.
I love that quote. I've posted that on my Instagram before. If you scroll deep.
Deep dive into Instagram.
But I love that, because guess what? We all are humans, and we all are, I talk about this a lot in my other episodes, but we all have your differences are what actually makes you unique and special. And there's nobody else that has those things that you think are bad about you, or things that you think are make you weird. Those are actually so unique and beautiful, and that is what makes you different, and that those things are actually your gift.
And I think you never know what other people are going through, so any little interaction you might have with anybody, it could be you give somebody a smile and it's just what they needed to brighten up their day, to get them through a hard time. So just the littlest things you do make somebody feel good about themselves.
Love it.
Okay,
love it.
One more, because we couldn't stop at 2. The way you make people feel is your reputation.
Big reputation.
I had to get a little Taylor in there.
Ooh, you and me, we got big reputations. I'm like the number 1 Endgame stan. That was I think I streamed that song for like 60 something hours in 2022. But I love that, because it is true. People, there's that other, isn't it Maya Angelou? It's people may not remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
Right, exactly.
I think it's something like that. But I love that.
So I think that's what people overall are going to remember.
I love that. Those are some great
aura.
quotes.
That's your aura.
Your aura. Those are some great quotes to start off our episode. Okay, now we're diving into some advice.
Now we're diving into
fatherly advice with my dad, Joe.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay. I asked him to come up with like 10. How many points did you come up with?
I have 1, 2, 3, 10.
10. Okay. I said
10.
10 points, and I was
10-ish.
like, what would you want to say to this younger generation of people, myself included? But like, if you could impart some of your fatherly Joe wisdom.
Oh, yes.
What
My
would you
wisdom.
tell them? What would you tell all the Kincadians out there listening?
And I think these are good not only for the Kincadians, I think for anybody.
For anybody.
Any stage, any age of life, but let's go. Okay, number one. I am big on always telling the truth. You start with one little lie to get out of a situation, and then you have to keep going with that lie. You have to just keep expanding on it, and pretty soon you're in so deep you can't get back to the truth. Mm-hmm. So I think always starting with the truth, staying with the truth. Sometimes it's not easy.
What about if it's
but
like
it's
a situation where it's like life or death, where you have to lie?
Okay, there's maybe a little leeway in there, but in general, always go with the truth. You'll be better off going with the truth in general.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a
What
good
do you
one.
think?
No, I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or it's like, if you're not going to tell the truth, just shut up. Like, that's what I do.
True. And not just and telling the truth and being honest. So they kind of go together.
Yeah, like
Sometimes
if you're in a
there's little
situation
differences
where it's like,
between them.
if I can't, it's like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Right.
I like to apply that.
Okay, that's good.
Because
That's
it's
a
like,
good
I would rather
variation
be,
of it.
I realize I would, because people pleasing, we talked about this in the last episode. If you can people please and be like, oh my God, I love that. But if you don't, you're lying and you're people pleasing. So it's like better just to not say anything.
Okay, that's
You
good.
know?
And you might have family situations where maybe you don't want to do something, or you try to come up with the reason to tell somebody, I can't do this, or I can't do that. And a lot of times that comes back to them, and then it just creates a
Drama.
whole awkward situation and drama. We like to be drama free.
So better just to tell the truth, to be honest, to be like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Okay, love it. Okay, what's your second point for us?
Second point is, okay, the only thing you can truly control is yourself, what you do. All right. Mm-hmm. So by doing that, you have to not worry too much about what other people think of you.
That's good.
Because if you spend all of your time, your energy worrying about what other people think of you, the haters, then you're never going to be happy, because you can't make everybody happy. Everybody's going to be trying to come at you once they see whether you have success or something that you feel good about. There's going to be somebody else that maybe doesn't see it the way you do, and all you can do is control yourself.
Yeah, and go after your goals and just do whatever it is that makes you happy, instead of constantly being like, oh, if I do this person's going to like me, because we can't control that.
Right.
Exactly. When did you think you had that mindset in your life?
Probably not early. Probably not early enough ever. I think it's something that I still probably have to think about and struggle with. I think that's one of those that the honesty, that's one I always go by. I've always gone by.
Yeah.
But not. I mean, I think and not worrying about what other people think about you also kind of then ties into having self-confidence and knowing your own worth. And self-confidence is something that I've always, struggled with. Some, I think, just to.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We all have our struggles. I think it's good though, because we're constantly growing.
Right. And so, I mean, I've always said that. I mean, I see you as the exact opposite. I see you as like the most confident
I'm like, get out of my
person
way.
that I have ever known, which is like totally opposite for me in some ways, but that's not a bad thing.
No, I think I'm just good at projecting confidence.
Okay.
Everyone has their internal thing, but it's like, no, but I also am pretty confident though. But I think
Well, you are, but you do project it too.
But
even
the
if you're
reason
not.
why I am so confident is I always say back it up with work.
Right.
Back it up with work. Like everyone's talking about, have you heard people being like delusional? Like that's a big trend right now, is to be like, just be delusional. Yeah, I really don't say be delusional. I say just do the work.
Okay.
Because being delusional is like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a famous singer, and then never writing a song or never practicing piano. It's like, okay, you can't, yes, in your mind you can do that, but or you could just put in the work and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a famous singer. It's not delusional because you're actually taking the steps towards it. And so then you have this inner confidence of you're actually making it happen, instead of just sitting there waiting for other people to do it for you.
I think on the opposite, there's to be delusional, and then there's be a realist, which
Yeah,
I
you
like.
need to be in the middle.
I like keeping everything real.
You need to be realist it's like you need to take little elements of both to combine it. Be real, but also be have a big goal.
Oh, right. And it can be a big goal. And if it's something you really are going to achieve, then you're being real about it.
Period.
But if you're going to, like you said, if you want to say, I'm going to be a famous singer, songwriter, and never write a song,
It's like, it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Love that. Okay. Number 3.
On to number three. Okay. We all make mistakes. So learn from your mistakes, but don't dwell on them.
That's good. Not to get caught up in the...
Don't get caught up. Because once something happens, you can't change it. You want to learn from it. You want to grow.
Yeah.
You want to help, take that example or whatever happened. You want to be able to apply that in future things, so you don't make that mistake again, or you do something differently than what you did that time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just constantly think and dwell on things in the past, or worry about, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, you're just not going to be able to grow and move on and move forward.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for anybody? Like, say they made a mistake, or like, what do you do? Is it like you go outside, you want to walk? Like, what are your tips for when somebody makes a mistake? Like, to help them process it.
I think the first thing you've got to do is recognize it, own up to it, know what the mistake was. Maybe look, do some reflection. All right, why did I make that mistake? How can I not make that mistake again? What can I do to move forward? Yeah. And I think it's, take that time to focus on it, process it. But like I said, don't dwell on it. Get yourself an answer, know how you can be better moving forward, and then just move on and let it go.
That's good. Okay, we are on to point number...
All right.
Point number 4.
Okay. Point number 4. Besides your work, I see the biggest focuses people have. You have your work or your career, and then you have your family. So those are the two things I think
or
a
like
lot.
School, if you are still in school.
Yeah, work, career, or school. It could be school at this point. You have that, and your family are two of the biggest things in your life. And I think outside of those big things that you're always going to have a focus on, then you need to have a focus on. You need to have something outside of those core things that you're passionate about, that you like to do.
Like a little hobby.
Like a hobby.
Exactly. A hobby. For me, like, it's hard for me when my work and what I'm passionate about is music.
Right.
So it's like that's why I started the pod. I started the pod because it gave me another fun, creative thing that was like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not.
And you too. Like I see you.
I love making memes.
Yeah, scrapbooking.
I love scrapbooking.
Oh,
I love working out.
Scrapbooks are epic.
I love photography. I love crafting. I recently made a Polaroid dress, and if you haven't, this is a little
check it out.
Shameless self promo. You guys need to stream my new song, Winter Coat. It just came out on the 20th, and it's really good. And the cover art, I was like, you know what? Why would I just be wearing a winter coat? That's too basic. Not basic, like it would look cute, but I was like, how can we elevate this? And I was like, I want to make a dress made out of Polaroids, but the Polaroids are me wearing winter coats.
Ooh,
so I did
levels,
and I literally I just figured it out. I was like,
I remember when you told me you were going to do that, and I was like, that's such a great idea. I'm like,
how?
That is so Lily. It just was perfect.
So me.
So you.
But yeah, okay. But what are some of your hobbies?
My hobbies. All right, my biggest hobby outside of family and work, is disc golf.
He loves disc golf.
I am a big disc golfer. Frisbee golf, it's just like regular golf, except you throw discs like frisbees into a basket. And
you can kind of do it anywhere, right?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere. I've got really into it 4 or 5 years ago. Made some really good friends. So it's something that I like to do.
That's fun. Would you ever have your own like disc golf line one day?
I haven't done any posting yet. But
I told him we should start an Instagram.
But I've got an Instagram and a Twitter. I've got the handles all set up, but I haven't started posting anything yet. And I think it applies to disc golf, but also actually this is a good tie-in because it applies to everything in life, I think. So for me, it's consistent disc golf. Consistency
is key.
There you go. And whether it's in, like this disc golf or a sport or anything you do, stay consistent in it.
Yeah.
Just get better, practice, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, be consistent, and that's what it is. So
period.
Disc golf, consistent.
I love that.
Disc golf.
So that's good. So if you don't have a hobby, find a hobby. It can be silly. Like I love making memes. Like I spend a lot of time making memes.
Yeah.
They don't always have to do with my music. Like I'll make videos for friends or memes for friends just to text them, and it brings me so much joy, and I end up laughing, and that is one of my hobbies, and it makes me excited. So find those.
That's another one. It's not on my list, but I was thinking about that earlier. Is to another thing I'd say is make sure you laugh every day.
Laugh every day.
I think that is the best medicine, laughing. I mean, that's an old saying, laughter is the best medicine, but I honestly believe that. Because you just let out so much stress. It just brings so much more joy and fulfillment to your life, laughing.
Okay.
Segue.
Next
point. All right, next point. Da, 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 da. You are never too old to learn. And you can learn from anybody. Any age. Me, I'm a little bit older than Lily. Obviously, I'm her dad. But you can learn from anybody at any age. There's so much that I learned from her or from you just by listening to you, talking to you. You have knowledge at your age that I never did. And I think it's, you have to be able to accept and understand that nobody knows everything, and there's no shame in learning something from anybody or anywhere at any time.
That's good. What's your favorite thing you've learned from me?
Oh boy, besides the real dance, I mean, that's obviously number one.
Yeah.
I think just setting goals and really achieving them the way you've set your goals, like in music, for instance, kind of what you want to do and where the path is going to lead you. I think that is something I've always known, but just seeing you do it in firsthand is something that's taught me. Aww. It can really be done.
Period.
Boom.
I love that. So never stop learning, and never age is kind of just a number. You can learn from young people. You can learn from. It's like when you see children how free they are. It almost makes you be like, oh, I wish I still had that freedom. I wish I had that wonder, that joy for the little things in life, for like playing outside, and you can learn from anybody at any age.
Yeah, because I think some people, as they get older, it's harder to look at younger people and think I can learn from them because I'm older. I should know everything. They should be learning from me, not the other way around.
Yeah, but you can't.
I'm here to tell you that's not the case. You can learn from anybody.
Period.
Especially the Kincadians. They've got a lot to teach.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. All right, this is a good one too. Be a good person to everyone.
Love that.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice. And that kind of goes, that really ties back into my quotes that I started off with, just about being a good person. It also ties into you can only control yourself. And I think it's just the easiest thing in the world is just to be a good person. Always kind of do what you think is the right thing. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
So be a good person.
I like that. And be kind. Nice. I always say be kind over being nice. Like some people could be nice. Nice is surface level. So nice is like the people that are like, oh, it's so nice, but they're not. Kind is like a, it's like realness. Nice is like the surface, like the fake nice. That's why it's like fake nice. But being kind. It's like telling somebody, being nice would be like if a friend was like, hey, do you like this outfit? Do I look cute? And it was not a cute outfit. You could be like, yeah, you look really cute. Or if you were like a kind person, you could be like, I like it, but I think I can help you find something better that would make you look even better and make you feel even better,
Right.
Like
and to me, it extends too. I mean, you could be out at a store and you hold the door open for somebody. Just nice little gestures
chivalry.
Like that. Walking,
chivalry.
you walk by somebody and you give a genuine, smile or, hi, how are you doing,
I always do that in California and people are like, what the heck? Like, I feel so awkward.
Maybe that's a Midwestern thing. And
I feel so awkward. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like also too, you have to do it at the right time. Because if you're too far away and you like make eye contact with somebody when you're walking and you smile at them, it's so awkward. Because then you're like, when do I stop smiling at them? And also like,
the balance of being kind and nice without being creepy.
Yeah. Don't want to be creepy. No creepy vibes here.
No creepers.
Anyways, okay, next point.
All right. Okay, I like this one too. Don't be too quick to judge someone because you never know what's going on in their life. I mean, the one thing where I always try to keep this in mind, and I'm sure, most of you listening are drivers and you can drive and you might be in traffic and somebody cuts you off or goes around your speeds, really fast down the road. And I always used to, think, oh, what's their problem? What's going on? And then I heard this somewhere, and you never know what's going on in that person's life. They could have a sick, family member. They're rushing to get to the hospital. Yeah. Something could have happened. They could happen to be, rush anywhere for a legitimate reason that if you were doing it, you would do the exact same thing.
Be rushing too, yeah.
So I always have to try to stop myself before I think, bad about somebody. Think, all right, maybe there's a reason they're doing that. And there's a lot of bad people that, drive terribly.
Yeah,
but you've got to give the benefit of the doubt and think,
yes,
all right, maybe not. Maybe there's a reason they're doing that.
And if they are, karma's real. So
Karma
is my boyfriend. Karma's the reason my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought.
It is.
Aren't you envious that for you it's not?
Do you know that we probably could have tied some kind of Taylor
sweet, like I could, yeah,
song or lyric into every single one of these?
Because there's just so many. I did this on my last episode too. I'm like, we weren't even talking about it, but I'm just like, I think I'm just so excited for 1989 TV, which it has already come out by the time we're filming this the week before 1989 TV, but
Right.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for 1989 TV. We're gonna have to do like a whole episode on that.
So excited.
Anyways, but yeah, you never know, and karma is real. So like, you know what? It's better to. There's gonna be those bad people that do bad things, but
Yeah, and
they're gonna get what's coming for them.
That's right. It's not just driving. You could be at a store, and whoever's checking you out, maybe they're in a bad mood, and there again, you don't know what's going on in their life, their relationship, with their kids, or anywhere in their life. So always give the benefit of the doubt and think, all right, they're not a bad person. It happens.
Just
unless you go there every week and it happens constantly, then maybe.
Yeah. Okay. On to the next point.
Okay.
I have a couple more for you guys.
Occasionally go outside of your comfort zone. Yeah. Like this. For me, this is kind of outside of my comfort zone.
I have to beg him to make TikTok videos with me. He never wants to make TikTok videos with me.
This is definitely outside of my comfort zone. I am, going back to the ways that we're different. You are an excellent speaker. You can get up and talk and are very comfortable doing that. Me, not so much. So going through these points and talking and having more than just a 1 or 2 sentence answer, that's kind of a big step for me. That's a big step for me.
You're growing. He even made his notes. I was like, you can just you don't have to write it down. And he wanted to make his notes.
No, I needed to have notes.
That's good. It's good to go outside of your comfort zone. Like I started taking heels dance classes, which I danced when I was younger, but doing that is outside of my comfort zone. Even making the pod. I love calling it the pod instead of podcast.
I do like that.
Even making the pod. Because I'm like, I don't know. Am I going to say too much? Am I going to, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do something outside of your comfort zone. Travel. Yeah. Go to a restaurant by yourself. Learn a new skill. Don't tell anybody.
Did you ever see the video that I made that was outside of my comfort zone?
No.
I have 2 friends that are, one is the pastor and one is the music director at a church.
Uh-huh.
And for one of their series, they were doing something about.
They needed a character?
They needed a character. It was kind of a spoof of a commercial that was out. And what I had to do, it was dance like no one's watching.
Oh, no. I have not seen
this. So
they
came and they filmed me in Kansas. I was back in Kansas City in this big, public place, just dancing like I didn't have a care in the world. And I was dancing crazy, like I didn't know what I was doing. And just the fact doing that out in public where there's people around and watching, that was way outside my comfort zone.
Crazy.
But it was fun.
Good, but then
I was glad I did it.
And it gives you the confidence boost. And I think at first you're like, oh, everyone's judging me. Everyone's going to make fun of me. But no,
right.
I think everybody's like, oh, I wish I could do that. Everybody has a little bit. And if they are judging you, it's like they are not judging you because people who would judge you are the people who are just too busy thinking about themselves and worried how everyone else is perceiving them. So they're not actually judging you.
And that goes right back to one of my first points, which was, not worrying about what other people think. So in that moment, I just had to put that out of my mind and, just know what I was doing, therefore having fun. And it was great. It was a good time.
That's good. Okay, we have a couple more points, right?
Okay, I've got a couple more here. All right. Another one I like. Obviously, I like them all. Remember, there's more than one way to do most things. Mm-hmm. I know some people get set in their ways of, all right, this is how it's done. It has to be this way. And, and somebody else could come in and say, well, no, you can do it this way, get to the same place, and both can be right.
Yeah.
Like driving somewhere, just as a easy example. You might need to go to this store, and you can take this route, you can take that route, and both get to the same place. Just an example, and that could be anything in life where somebody else has a different opinion, a different view. Just be open-minded to look at their way and not realizing only your way is the right way to do it.
I love that. I love that too. I mean, that's why I'm a songwriter too, because you never get bored too. It's nice having different ways to do things and training different muscles. Same with working out. It's like there's a reason why they tell you not to do the same workout all the time, because your body gets used to it. And to train your muscles, and also even to train your mind, doing things in different ways. I always say this, I don't know who it was from. I think it was a neuroscientist, but he was saying that if you do something so many times, it becomes autopilot for you, and you can actually strengthen your brain and the neurons in your brain by doing it the opposite. So brushing your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand, and doing things different ways slightly, or going a different route. Your brain has to work harder, and it can strengthen the neuroplasticity in your brain.
And the more we go through these and read them and think about them, the more I realize how many of them tie together.
They're all
interconnected. like this, talking about being open to different opinions, and other people's views, that goes back to learning. You can learn from anybody.
Yeah.
You have a different, opinion or view of something than I do, and all of a sudden I realize, you know what? You're right. That's a good way to do it. Maybe it's a better way to do it, or maybe it's just a different way to do it. But I can learn something, just by being open to different views.
Period. Okay, one more. You have one more point
I've got one more.
He has one more point for us, and then we have a little Q&A.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right. So the last one that I have written down is to tell the people that you love them. And I love you.
Love you.
I love you.
We look so cute. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by the. Literally, I can't. I have this problem where I look into mirrors because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so cute. But we look so cute. If you're just listening, pause this, go to Instagram, go to Spotify, and look at us because we look so cute in our Halloween costumes. Yes. I'm sorry.
And I have a hard time looking at the camera because I just want to see how cute you look.
We look adorable. Okay.
This is a way throwback to.
I was Dorothy in what? Kindergarten?
Yeah, you were.
Kindergarten with Molly. So this is the
It was
bringing it back. And when you said Kansas, I was about to say, we're not in Kansas anymore.
The Kansas with Molly, yes. And your kindergarten teacher was also dressed up as Dorothy.
And her name was Molly.
Her name was Molly.
That's why I named my dog Molly.
You're learning a lot today.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. That was a little side note. I got distracted because I was just looking in the monitor and I was like, oh my God, we look so
cute.
In the
so
navy
Dorothy.
and the lobsters. Do you guys, I made this, by the way. I made this. Did you know that there's a tour around the world badge I Photoshop? My Photoshop skills are elite. Yeah. Because I was just... He always reminds me, Rob is so supportive of Lana, and I saw him at the concert I went to in Tennessee, and he's there at every single concert live streaming. I've been on multiple of his live streams. He streams the entire concert. He stands on the side of the stage and streams the entire concert, and it reminded me of you, and I was like, aw.
Yeah, I've watched Lily perform so much more through a camera and through a video camera than actually watching
in-person video camera.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Well, maybe I'll get so lucky to do that, just like him.
Last point. You will one day. We're going to go on world tours.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay. Looking forward to meeting you all then. I'll be there. I won't be wearing this. I'll have my own.
Like Kincadian merch or something.
Yeah, we'll have to decide.
Kincadian merch, yeah.
Papa Kincade, I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll workshop it.
He needs a name, you guys.
Yeah, I need a name.
Oh my God, not Papa Kincade. It's getting like Papa Smurf. No,
we don't.
That's out of the question.
Bad idea. All right, that part's deleted. You never heard that. Okay.
Anyways, okay.
But tell the people you love that you love them.
I love that.
I mean, because, you don't want to take the morbid side of it, that you never know how long you're going to have to tell somebody that. But, I mean, it's just part of relationships that you need to let them know, how you feel.
Yeah. I always say that, too. If you, a little challenge for you guys, the next time you're thinking about a friend or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, could be a parent. If you're thinking about them, I'm just thinking about them. Just send them a text. There's so many times where people are like, oh my God, I was thinking about you. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have known that in that moment. You don't know what that person's going through, and seeing a text that's like, hey, just thought of you while at your favorite store or whatever, hope you're having a good day, how that could change their day. So just reach out and text somebody next time you're thinking about them instead of just keeping it to yourself.
Yeah. And there again, that ties back to another one. It could be stepping outside of your comfort zone, telling your friends or telling somebody that you love them.
Being vulnerable.
You
have to be vulnerable, because if you're not vulnerable, that's fine, but you're not going to have any deep connections, which is fine if you don't want anybody, to have any deep connections. So it's like a risk that you got to take.
Okay, is this Q&A time now?
Anyways, Q&A time. Okay.
Oh boy. All right.
The first Q&A is, this is coming from me while I pull up the questions. Okay. And it's, what is your favorite Lana Del Rey song? Or tell me a couple of your favorite Lana Del Rey songs. Because I got him to start listening to Lana. You keep asking me that,
and I listen to so many of her songs, and I don't always know the names. And I
have
to go back and listen to them.
No, okay.
I do like Mariner's Apartment Complex. Is that right?
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay, that's
You took my sadness out of context at the Mariner's Apartment Complex. I ain't no candle in the wind. Period.
I'm
what else do you like?
I like a lot of the songs on Norman Rockwell.
So good.
Yeah, it's such a good one.
What do you think about How to Disappear? Oh, that's one of my favorites.
It's a great song, and I'm drawing a total blank right now.
It's like,
that's how good a song it is to me. I'm really good at listening. I've got to listen to songs over and over to really,
What about Happiness is a Butterfly? That one. Or Cinnamon Girl. I'm a Cinnamon Girl. Okay. Cinnamon Girl's so good.
Yeah, see, I'm
cinnamon in my teeth from your kiss. You know that one?
I do know that. I also now, speaking of Lana Del Rey, I remember back, I think I sent you this not too long ago. I found when you downloaded Diet Mountain Dew, and what was that, 2013?
And I posted that because I was like, people are going to be like, oh, you're a fake Lana fan. I'm like, no. 2013.
So I was going back to
I grew up on Taylor and Lana, period. I have the receipts.
I found the old, that's bad. I've got an email that old. But I found the old email from when we downloaded that song.
Diet Mountain Dew, baby, New York City. Never was there ever a girl so, yeah, so good. But okay, so Norman, and then you also said you liked Born to Die, right? Or no, you like Born to Die Paradise. You like the Paradise songs.
Yeah, I do.
Or regular Born to Die too. What's your favorite off of Born to Die? I know what it is. If you need me to.
Please tell me, because you know me better than I do.
I asked him his favorite Born to Die song. He was looking through them, and he told me one. I was like, okay, interesting. Never really heard anybody give this as their favorite Born to Die song. It's kind of one of the saddest Born to Die songs. Carmen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that, because I asked you to play that one time, and you're like, Carmen?
Why is that your favorite Born to Die song? Like, it's good, but it's just so like strange that that's your favorite. Mine is probably Off to the Races.
I think it's. Oh, that's a good one too.
That song is so good.
That you know what? Actually,
that song
now that you say that,
and it's such a beautiful song and such a hard song to sing. Like Lana singing that live is just crazy.
I do love that song, and I think with Carmen, to me, it wasn't anything actually to do with necessarily the words or the meaning of the song or anything. Just like the rhythm and the
vibes
and the vibe of it, yeah, and just kind of the pacing of it and everything. To me, a lot of times music. I mean, I think in songwriting and songs, what I love, and this is something I think you do tremendously, is storytelling.
Yes.
You know, have a whole story that the song, tells a story.
Takes you on a journey.
But sometimes you listen to and you can kind of tune out of what the song is about and just get the vibe of it, kind of the rhythm of it, and kind of the feel of it without even hearing what the words are actually telling you.
Like the production too.
And to me, so for some reason, just that's what Carmen stuck in my mind because of, I don't know, there's just something about it.
Have you listened to Ultraviolence yet? Or no, not yet. You've listened. Okay, you listened to Blue Banisters.
I've listened to so much on and off. There's yeah. There's so many that I've listened to that I when I first started listening to them, it was mainly Born to Die and Norman Rockwell. I don't cuss, so I only say Norman Rockwell.
Jimmy. What about A&W? Did I play that for you? Jimmy Cocoa Puff.
Well, you did play that.
Jimmy Ride.
You did play that for me. Maybe before I'm a guest the next time, if I get invited back, I'll really have to dive deep into my Lana songs.
Into Blue Banisters. Blue Banisters is like elite, underappreciated. The interlude is a little trap beat vibe in the middle. But Thunder is like so beautiful. One of my favorite songs. Also, Chemtrails Over, literally every album. Chemtrails Over the Country Club, so good.
So my
High by the Beach. All I want to do is get high by the beach.
My goal, yeah, that's good. My goal is to know enough about my Lana Del Rey songs that I like that I can come back and we can do a full podcast on just talking about Lana Del Rey songs.
So that's why I'm like, this is my hobby. Like, I can't keep talking about Lana Del Rey when I'm doing my, it's obviously like my music, my whatever. I love the pod. The pod we can get weird. The pod we can talk about memes. We could have a whole episode talking about memes. Probably will one day.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, I love that. Those are some good taste. That's some taste. Okay, I'm going to the Kincadian Instagram account where I posted that you were going to be the special guest. If you're not following the Kincadian Instagram, you should. It's linked in my main Instagram bio because it is our little private community of Kincadians, and you definitely should go follow it on there so you don't miss on the next updates and don't miss the next, special announcements. Anyways, okay, the first question is, what is your favorite song by Lily? By me.
My favorite song.
Favorite release song.
Favorite release song is I Used to Live in LA.
Oh, wait, that's so sad.
But I love that song. And I think having, knowing the song, and I can really feel the song.
Yeah.
Because what you're talking about and what you're kind of going through in the song. I mean, as a parent, especially, I know how real that is and the feelings are to you. And most of what you write about. So, I mean, as a parent, it I think hits me a little bit differently because, I'm not overly protected, but extremely protective of you, because that's, as a parent, you want to do, be able to protect your child, and you don't want them to have these bad feelings or hurt feelings or whatever it might be. So just that song, that's one that I think songs need to be, when they're personal and they connect to you and you can tell they connect to the artist. I think that's one that to me so deeply connects, you're connected to.
Oh, Love that. That's good taste. Okay, the next question is...
I mean, they're all great, but I mean, that's the one.
They better be.
Yeah.
Period. Or your status
Wait,
will be dethroned.
I can't pick just one.
You're going to be dethroned. Okay, the next question is, fun fact about Lily.
A fun fact about Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Maybe we should have talked about this first so I know which fun facts I can go with.
No, I have to, surprise you.
Okay, a fun fact about Lily. Oh. This is not making for a good podcast when off the top of my head I'm leaving the place. A fun fact. I'm bringing it back to to songwriting. The fun fact to me that I was
about my
thinking
first song
is
that
your
I wrote.
first song. It's your first song that you wrote. The story. We have her little
This
dog.
is exclusive tea, you guys. This is exclusive tea. Super soon to be international superstar Lily Kincaid's first songwriting. What was it about? Who was it about? The tea drops now.
Okay, here we go. So Molly, our little dog that we got when Lily was just finished kindergarten.
She's still alive.
She's 16 now. Named after Molly, her kindergarten teacher. Cutest little dog, and her hair grew out, and we hadn't got her groomed yet. So we found a groomer. His name was Jamie. I'm sure he's a good guy, but as a groomer, we were a bit scared. So when she got back,
it was not a cute. You guys,
it was not a cute.
She was not slaying.
We didn't know yet. Now we know how to get her cut, so she looks ultra cute. But back then we didn't know what we were doing.
We were like, oh my gosh, she went in looking really cute and came out like
a little
ugly.
Molly, I mean, she was a little dog, 6 months old, so she had no idea. But Lily was not very happy with the haircut.
I was like, she's so not cute. Not that she's ugly. The haircut was ugly.
And what was weird is she was all,
black.
Dark black and little white patches of fur. And then within 6 months, she turned gray. Especially after that first haircut, all the outer puppy, black got cut away and she was gray.
Yeah.
And that was part of the song too. So the song was Mr. Jamie Scares Me.
And it was this intense, emotional piano ballad about how she shaved my dog down to gray. And maybe one day, or in the Grammy Museum, when I have my stuff, I have it was a neon pink piece of paper that I wrote it on, and it has the chords and the lyrics, and it will be in the Grammy Museum display.
And I knew we had videotaped you doing it, and I looked for months and months because I knew it was somewhere. And I had gone through years ago. I went through all of our old videos from when you were little, and I labeled them and chronologically, and there was something missing. And I finally found it because it hadn't got labeled
skewed.
Right. So
love
Mr.
that.
Jamie,
That's
Mr.
kind of
Jamie
fun.
Scares Me.
That's a fun. That was the exclusive tea, you guys. Like, you guys will know, the OG people listening to the pod, the OG Kincadians. Y'all will know.
Mr.
Okay, there's a couple more.
Jamie
One,
scares
it says, "Do you
me."
stream Reel every day?"
No.
You need to. Oh my God, rude!
No,
I stream Reel every day.
That's not rude. I don't stream it every day.
Okay, you need to start.
I go through different songs.
You should put it as your alarm.
Okay, I can do that. No, I do not stream it every day. I go through different songs. I just, like with any music, you get into different things and you listen to them over and over, and then you cycle on to something else.
Yeah.
And not that if I listened to it every day, I would like it any less. But I like the things to stay, fresh and not listen to them all the time.
Don't want it to lose its magic, even though it will
Am
never
I
lose its
backtracking
magic.
now to say that I don't
No.
listen, that I don't stream it every day?
It will never lose its magic. Reel is an iconic song. Like, it truly is that song, period. Like, no explanation needed.
But if I told you that I did stream it every day, I wouldn't be being
honest
and real.
But that's okay, because today is a new day, and you can change that by listening to it today and every other day. Okay, next question. How does it feel to have a pop star as your daughter?
It feels awesome. I'm so proud. I was saying that as a parent, you want your child to be safe. You want them to be happy. You want them to, achieve their goals. And to see you now on the cusp of things happening, which I really think they're gonna. I think it's.
Period. You really think they're gonna? They are going to.
Yeah. So I think it's great. I can't wait to kind of be backstage and be along for the ride that is the Lily Kincade experience.
Period. Okay, there's like 2 more questions. One of them is, do we have any similarities in music taste?
I think we do, because I think it's more influencing me and turning me on to songs like Lana Del Rey. If you wouldn't have brought her up and talked about her and played songs for me, I probably wouldn't have listened to her that much. I mean, I knew,
Young and
Summertime
Beautiful,
Sadness. I knew that because it was it was a radio song
hits.
and it was a radio hit, but I probably wouldn't have necessarily listened to it that much more. So because of you, I spend much more time listening to music than just sports talk radio now.
Yay! Yay! And I will say that he influenced me to get into Hamilton.
That's true.
He loves Hamilton.
We did listen.
I love Hamilton too.
Oh yeah. A lot of Broadway stuff.
Yeah, and musical theater. That was a mutual thing though, because he was in Seussical, you guys. I think there's a TikTok audio I need to use with him. It's you were in Seussical.
Yes. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. We tried out as a family.
He knows how to tap dance.
I am a tap dancer.
Maybe one day we'll bring him out on tour.
we tried out as a family so we could all be in a show together at least one time, just for fun. Me, my wife, and Lily. And so we all made it, but then Lily got offered a part in a different show that was really much better for her to be in. And so
I was getting paid. I was like, bye. I'm going to go get that money. I'll see you guys later.
She was like 10 years old and getting paid to be in a show. We're like, yeah, okay, you do that, not community theater. And so, yeah, but we still did it. And then we did perform one other time later, Sound of Music, all three of us together.
Yes. But, okay.
That's also a fun fact. Okay.
There's one last question. It is, when is Lily going to have you on a song? I don't know if it'd be vocally on a song, but maybe a music video, something. We bring out the tap shoes.
I don't know if that's my question to answer.
We bring out the tap shoes. We bring, like, an experience. There's going to be something with, like, the tap dancing.
Okay. We can do that.
You know. Anyways, that is the podcast, you guys. We have to end it. How was your experience being on the pod?
This was so much fun. Outside of my comfort zone, and
yes.
I loved it. I would love to do it again someday. That's how good I felt about it.
Yay. That's so good. And I guess where can everyone find you too? It's just Joe Giovanoli on the socials.
Joe Giovanoli on the socials. You can find me liking all of your posts. I'm easy to find. That's the easiest way to find me.
Yay! And what is everyone supposed to go do? They're supposed to go stream Winter Coat, and all the other songs, anyways. And they should also follow the pod. They should,
follow the pod.
Get outside of their comfort zone and just go after their goals.
It's kind
of like the sum of all of these things.
And there's a lot of these things that I went through today. I'm sure there's a lot of them that everybody you already incorporate into your everyday life. But, it's good to think about those little things.
Yeah, and you want to be reminded of them because it can be really easy to forget.
Right, for sure.
But anyways, okay, to end the podcast, we have to say our saying that was passed down to me from my second grade teacher, Mrs. Goncher.
Yes.
Ready, you guys? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. Love you guys, and I will see you next week.